Good morning, day 183, cooking down the freezer, refrigerator, and working pantry food. So yesterday I got a lot done. I guess I was having a good day. But today I'm feeling it, but I'm going to forge ahead and continue on with my project to get my house organized and a place for everything. If it doesn't have a place, it's got to go, or something else has to go, and that object will receive that place. So when I was younger, my house always looked great. It was organized. I didn't have a lot of piles of stuff everywhere like I do now. Somewhere along the line, I lost my way. But I'm bound and determined to find it again. So that's my objective to all this getting organized, and even with my refrigerator and my freezer. I don't want to have everything so packed anymore that I don't have room to put it away. And that's part of the problem. Everything gets so packed that there's no room to put anything away, and then it ends up in a pile. So I'm trying to remedy that. So anyway, I'm really liking this little coffee maker. And as suspected, my daughter wants to give me the Keurig back because she's used to her own, and that's what she wants to use. So that's fine. So I'll either store it away and have it as an extra, so I don't have to spend money on a coffee pot if something happens to this one, or I'll sell it maybe on Marketplace, but I won't get much for it. And a new Keurig is $100 and up. I don't know why they're so expensive, but they are. And I'll tell you what, this little coffee maker does just as well. And it's simpler, and it's easier to store. So, but anyway, I'm so happy I got my deck done, and I have an idea of what I'm going to do with my greenhouses. I have an area where I used to have my containers that I gardened in, but there wasn't enough light, so it didn't do well. There was too much shade. But what I'm thinking of doing is moving my two little greenhouses to that spot, because in the springtime the leaves aren't on the trees yet, so it would be nice and sunny there. So I'm going to give that a try, and moving my little greenhouses to that area will take no effort at all. But first I have to finish putting in some tiles as a floor. So that project is on my list, and that will be going in my project book. There's no rush to do that, but I want to make room for my grill on the deck, and that's one of the reasons why I'll at least move one of the little greenhouses, maybe this week or next week. All right, well, we'll see what's for breakfast, day 183, after I have my coffee. I'll be back. All right, let's see what's for breakfast, day 183. Oh, let's see. I have a lot of grapes, and I have bananas, and I have a lot of cheese. I think I'm going to have some of this cheese. And I'm thinking I want a toasted cheese sandwich. So So I still have some bread. And I also have some yogurt. Now this is dairy yogurt, it's not vegan. So I'll have some of that. And I'll have some of these grapes. All right, I also have to do something with those leeks back there. Maybe I'll make something with those for dinner. I don't know, we'll see. All right, I will meet you at the stove. Good morning, cheers. It's time for some breakfast. But first, let's turn on some lights. What's better, that, or that? Well, we'll do that for now. All right. Okay, through the magic of cinema, my things have appeared. Is that better? Seems like there's a glare. Like that? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Alright, well this is the delicious cheeses that I get from Aldi's. Extra sharp cheddar, Havarti, Gouda, and Asiago. My favorite cheeses. So whenever I go to Aldi's and they have that, I try and pick it up because I love all those cheeses. Alright, in here I have some sweetener and vanilla. And what I do, Greek yogurt is expensive. So this yogurt I got at, where did I get this? Mark's. I got this at Mark's. So it's whole milk plain yogurt. And what I do with that is I always pour the liquid off. So the more I do that, the thicker it gets because I like a thick yogurt. So I just pour the liquid off, and when I put it back in the fridge it always gets more liquid. So I just keep pouring that off. So it's nice and thick, just like Greek yogurt. Alright, well I'm going to have some of this. I have the sweetener in there. Put as much sweetness in there as you like. So I'm going to have a little bit of that. And a tiny cheese sandwich. A little bit more, but see how nice and creamy and thick that is? Greek yogurt isn't any thicker. So that's just a little trick, because really Greek yogurt is just yogurt that's been drained more, I think. If that's not true, let me know in the comments below. So, and non-dairy yogurt is crazy expensive too. So this time I opted for the Stonyfield yogurt because it was cheaper. And even though I would like to, sometimes you can't always afford the expensive stuff. So I don't know which cheese this is, but it doesn't matter. I like them all. So I'm just going to put some cheese on here. No, buddy, I'm not giving you cheese. You can have some cheaper American cheese when I'm done. Okay? Yes, I know. You guys love cheese. Of course they do. And I'm just making this in the frying pan today. Normally I butter the the bread, but the butter's hard, so I'm just going to do it this way. Alright, let me taste my yogurt, see if it's sweet enough, and then I'll add some grapes. Yummy, that's good. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well today I'd like to get outside and move my little greenhouse. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but that's what I'd like to do, because it is a beautiful, beautiful day. Ooh, that looks so good. So, anyway, just a simple breakfast today so that I can get something done. I still have a couple of cupboards and things in the living room that I want to declutter. And so that's getting pretty good. My dining room's a disaster. That I still need to fix. But, you know, it'll get done. Okay, I'm just going to add a few grapes. I really like grapes in my yogurt. I should add some banana, but I think I'm going to just opt for grapes today. So my fruit is bananas and grapes for this month. And I also have frozen, so I can make some smoothies. So there's no shortage of fruit. And I have lots of veggies. And I think I might make some sort of a quiche with that leek that I got for $1. But I'm not sure yet. A couple of these grapes are bad, but they were bad before. Alright. This is the most tight-packed bunch of grapes I have ever seen. Alright, well, this is my breakfast. Day 183. Alright, I'll be back with another project in a little bit. And we'll see where the day takes me. Okay, so, oh, getting ready to bloom. My impatiens are doing well. My lilies are getting ready to bloom too. So anyway, this is the area that I want to move my little greenhouse to. And it'll be perfect. It's a perfect size. And this is the tile that I want to lay down here. So this area of my garden still needs some work. My dahlias are coming up, but some of the other things, I don't know. They were stored in the garage over winter. I don't know if anything will happen with those. But anyway, this is where I want to move my greenhouse to. So I'm going to do that today. And I'll consolidate some of these things, but I have some very big trees here, and this is why this area doesn't get much sun. But in the springtime, it should be fine. And that's when I'm going to want to utilize the greenhouse. So I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll show you where the greenhouse is. So my deck is very shady, which I'm grateful for, because I did plant the wisteria for that reason, and this thing grows like crazy. I have to trim all this off 2 or 3 times a year. But anyway, and it does have a lot of fallout. I just cleaned all this up yesterday, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'd rather have the shade because it's very pleasant out here. But this is the little greenhouse that I'm going to move today because I want to put my grill over there. And so that's my project. So let's take a quick look in the garden. Come on, Chloe. And see what's going on there. So you guys have probably seen this already, but these are the boxes that I moved from the area I just showed you. And I moved them all over here where they get some sun. So everything is getting really big. This bok choy is ready to eat. Got my zucchini coming up. I moved my Meyer lemon tree over here. My tomatoes are doing well, and my grapes are just getting humongous. So this is my garden. Today is June 17th or 18th, I'm not quite sure. So everything is growing very nicely. And I'm ready to get some blackberries. My beans are starting to come up. And starting to get some peppers. So that's my garden so far. And over here I'm getting a few blueberries, not many, but this is the first time this bush has done anything. And then this is my little tropical garden area, and this is where I keep a lot of my flowers, and it's a very pleasant place to sit. So the garden or the greenhouses will be going on the other side of these fences. So that's the plan. All right, I'll be back later. To move the other one over here, but I need to put the floor in first. So this is going to be a good place in the spring once all the leaves are off the trees for my starts. I'm excited to see if this works. Okay, this is the other greenhouse that I want to move, but there's no hurry for that. And then I have room over here now for my grill. So that makes me happy. And my deck is looking good. At least I'm happy with it. All right, I'll be back later. This is what I'm purging today. I have all these things for cake and cake knives, and this is all, well, this is stainless steel. I'll probably keep one of these cake knives, but these are like silver plated, and I hate cleaning silver. So I think I'm going to purge those. I might sell those. And then I have this whole set of gold tableware that I'm going to probably sell. It's a service for 12, and I have a different gold tableware set for 8. So I'm only keeping the one for 8, and I'm getting rid of this one because they don't have the same pattern. And then these are silver plated too. And like I said, I hate cleaning silver. So I think I'm going to purge these things today. And I have fancy tableware in silver and in gold. Usually for the holidays, I used to put out the gold. The silverware I've had since I was a little girl, So I'll hang on to that for a while longer. But I think this stuff needs to go. All right. Did you guys purge anything today? What are you purging? Let us know in the comments. Let's see what's for dinner. Day 183. Okay, let's look in the fridge. And I bought these Impossible sausage ravioli the other day at Aldi, so I want to try those because those aren't going to stay good forever unless I freeze them. So I'm going to have those, and I'm going to have those with some of this roasted garlic Alfredo sauce. And I think I'll add some mushrooms. That sounds good. And I think that's good. I have some salad or some lettuce in there that I want to use up, so I'm going to have that with a cucumber, because these go bad pretty quickly, so I want to eat those up. And I think that'll be a pretty good dinner. What do you think, Lizzie? Do you think that'll be good? Yeah? All right. Very good. All right. I will meet you at the stove. Just to boil the pasta for 6 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's pretty quick meal. So let me get that done and I'll be back. Okay, so this says it has 13 grams of protein. This is what they look like. And I'm going to make the whole package. And it says to cook them 6 minutes. So it's the first time I ever saw these at Aldi's. It has Impossible meat in it. So hopefully they're good. We'll see. And this package has 2.5 servings, 280 calories. Alright, I'm just going to let these gently boil. I cut up some lettuce and cucumber and a little bit of onion here for a salad. And that's what's for dinner tonight. Alright, here's my salad. I have romaine, cucumber, onion, garlic and cheese croutons from the Dollar Tree, and these crispy beets from Fresh Gourmet. So, and then I'm going to put some champagne dressing on there. I think that'll go nicely with the pasta. Okay, I saved a little bit of this roasted garlic Alfredo because I still have a naan bread that I want to make another pizza, and the same goes for the mushrooms. So that'll be enough for another meal. So if you have little bits of this and that, you can save things and, you know, make another meal out of them. Okay, well here is my dinner, day 183. Impossible ravioli with Alfredo sauce. I sprinkled that with a little bit of Italian seasoning and a nice fresh salad. So there we have it. And this meal probably costs, I don't know, $3.50, I would guess. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Come back and try this to see what I think of it, in case you guys have an interest. So let's see. Now, I guess you can put whatever sauce you want on here. You can add mushrooms or not add mushrooms. So this is what it looks like. So let's give it a try. It's good. Okay, thumbs up from me. And I have enough for another meal. All right. Well, dinner was very tasty. Yeah, I would buy those again. They weren't cheap. They were like $7 and something. But, you know, you get 2 meals out of it, so it's still cheaper than eating out, and it was really quick. And 6 minutes was just right in as much as cooking them. So I was thinking about this whole purging thing, and I have to come up with a strategy when I'm purging. And what I do is I just start with the simplest room, the simplest cupboard, the simplest cabinet, and I go from there. Because if I were to start with the hardest thing first, I would probably never get anywhere because it wouldn't motivate me to keep going. So if I start with simple things and then work up to the harder things, that works best for me. So in my living room, I have several cabinets and storage things, and I've actually gone through my living room a couple of times already. But every time I go through, I let go of more things. So today it was a lot of the cutlery that I've been saving because it's perfectly good and a lot of it is actually new. I got rid of a lot of new tablecloths because I don't use them anymore. And I think maybe 2 or 3 tablecloths is a reasonable amount. I do keep a tablecloth on my dining room table, not always, but I have my favorite boho one that goes with my orange walls. So, and then I kept, because I have a ceramic dish set that I really like, that I don't want to get rid of. And it sort of has leaves and fall colors, and I love fall colors. So I kept a tablecloth to go with that, and even a Christmas tablecloth, because even though we use paper plates, sometimes I buy Christmas-themed paper plates. I spend a little extra on those, or get a couple different ones at Dollar Tree or Walmart, whatever they have available. And so it'll still go with the festive Christmas theme. So for me, that's the way that I have to purge and sort through things. And it's getting to the point where I'm getting more room to keep the things that I want to keep. And that's what I have in the back of my mind as I'm going through the process. And I'm finding that my project book is very helpful to further the process. Now sometimes I don't get to purging something because I don't quite know what to do. So I'll let it go until I get an aha moment. That's what happened with moving the little greenhouse to the area where I have it now. I thought, in the spring there won't be any leaves and I'll be able to use it because on my deck that's so shaded, it's kind of useless there anyway. So that's why sometimes I wait before I get into a cupboard or a closet, just because I'm waiting for that aha moment, and it always comes. It's just a matter of whether it comes now or it comes later. But in the meantime, I go through other things that are simpler. So for me, it's a process. I don't want to do Marie Kondo. I don't want to do Swedish death cleaning. I'm not ready to die yet. Of course, that's not up to me, but I don't want to clean with that in mind. I know they work. They definitely work. But I'm purging for living me, not dying me, if that makes any sense. And I'm not saying that I want to keep all this stuff for my children, because they don't want anything. I do ask them before I get rid of things, just to make sure, because I'd rather give it to them than to strangers. But I've said before, having a charity that means something to me, in my case it's Senior Dog Sanctuary, makes it much easier for me to donate things, even new things. I figured if they can get money for it and use it for the senior dogs, that's great. So anyway, how do you guys figure out what you want to purge and how you want to purge it? Do you do Marie Kondo? Do you do Swedish death cleaning? What do you guys do? What works for you? I'm always open to new ideas and more aha moments. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So I've been trying to do a few things outside and then maybe something simple inside. But I feel like I've gotten a lot accomplished the last few days. And it makes me want to keep going. So I have till Tuesday to purge more things. I don't have a whole lot of things in the box yet, but I do have a TV that I want to get rid of. I have a futon in my yard that's metal that I'm thinking maybe I'll get rid of it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the fence with that. I never really use it, but I don't know. Someday if I want to lay down in the backyard, it'll be there. But I don't know. I haven't had that aha moment for that yet. And if I don't get rid of it this time, I'll get rid of it next time. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.